Hey kids, you ready to whip out your knobs? Whip them out! Welcome back to Uncle Robbie's Science Corner. Okay guys, I'm here, and tonight I'm going to review the Hipshot. Okay, they're called Hipshot O-ring knobs. These things are absolutely fan-doggone-dibulous. I'm looking under the table for my Allen wrench so I can get rid of these pieces of crap that I bought on eBay for $5. These are beautiful. They are made out of aircraft grade aluminum, okay? When I said in my last video that Hipshot parts are like the parts that would go on to an F-16 and these Chinese parts would go on to like a Kia Rio, I really mean it. These things, first of all, they are so light. Now they look kind of weird. Can you see that? Okay? You see those those are actually rubber O-rings. And I was like, well, that's kind of weird. It's kind of ugly. You know, kind of different, you know, kind of like, I don't know, just, it weirded me out because it wasn't that like knurled, you know, finish. These things just feel so good in my hand, okay? They are so grippy. I mean, these are really, really high quality knobs, plus they are light, okay? How much light? They're weigh about half as much as a steel knob, okay? But the thing is, like with anything, ounces add up to pounds. I'm looking to make the lightest instruments I can at this point because of my screwed up back and having to stand there and play for 3 hours, okay? So these things are just absolutely, I mean, there's hardly any weight to them. They're about half. You know what? I should go get like my little drug scale, you know, that I would use to like weigh out pot bags or something. Like I don't have one anymore because I don't do that anymore. You know, I should actually get a scale and weigh these out, and I probably will do that in the future, just as a comparison thing to see what the difference between this knob and say a Shaller. And Shallers are great quality knobs. Those are the ones you get from Warmouth and stuff, but just to see the weight difference. Anyway, so I'm gonna tilt the camera down here now, and we're gonna go back down to my favorite bass guitar, my Rick. And this bass, the reason why I'm doing this, I said in the beginning that I was gonna change these knobs out, and I did actually order a set of 4 black knobs from Warmouth. But guess what? They ain't getting put on. They ain't getting put on. For one reason, because 1, I don't want to, and 2, I got these Hipshot knobs. And let's see, to get the Chinese knobs off, you have to first find the correct size Allen key. So it's not a 1/16, okay? And this is my cheap set of Harbor Freight tools. And here's the 1/16. Now the wrench that's supposed to fit in here is a 1/16. And actually, you know why this thing? It is the actual wrench head stripped out. The end of the wrench, if you can see that, can I put that right up to the camera? Can you see the resolution on that? The end of the wrench is what's stripped out, not the screw. Just amazing. Just amazing. So anyway, this is the correct size wrench to get this out, which according to my index is a 5/64. And voila, this is the Seymour Duncan smooth shaft pot. And if you can see, these knobs are twice as heavy as the Hipshot knobs. Now I'm going to show you how this works, okay? And let's back that out. Back the screw out. Do 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 do. Okay, okay, see that? Okay. And of course, wow, that really is bumming me out. They're a wee bit narrow to go onto a Duncan shaft. So, you know how we're going to rectify that, kiddies? If at first you don't succeed, you drill. And these are made out of aircraft grade aluminum, so I'm sure they can be drilled to size. And mind you, he just handed me these out of a box of just unfinished ones. So I'm going to shut the camera off, go get my drill, and I'm going to rectify this freaking situation as we speak. But I got to tell you, this one is twice as heavy as this one. And if you look, you see the side-by-side comparison. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to shut the camera off. I'm going to go get my drill, and I'm going to go fit me some knobs. All right. Keep on rocking till I get right back. Hey guys, anyway, I drilled one knob out to 1/4 inch, okay? And fits perfectly. Now, I got to tell you, these knobs, the knobs that came with my customized set of guts have 1/4 inch shafts, but I have to show you something. This is an original set of EMG guts, okay? And here's the original hip shot, and it fits perfectly, okay? So it's not the knob, it's the potentiometers that came with my custom set of whatever it was. Look in my parts video for the build of this base. Whatever that company is that made me my custom made set of guts used bigger shafts, but this is a stock hip shot, and I haven't drilled it. It fits right on. I'm sure hip shot makes them with 1/4 inch holes, as opposed to a whatever the EMG sized hole is, which for me is standard because that's all I use is EMG parts and guts. But I gotta tell you, I got a set of P-base EMG pickups, man, here, and they're gonna go in one of my next builds that I'm gonna do with the guy from Toro Guitar Works and Hip Shot. And you guys are going to want to stay tuned for that one because that's going to be freaking exciting. If you can go to the Toro Guitar Works, Toro Woodworks website, I'll leave the description for them. I'll leave a link in the description. Had a long day sitting in the sun on a lawnmower. I'll leave the link in the description for Toro Woodworks. Great stuff. Probably I'll link you up to their Facebook page or something like that. Fantastic guy. I haven't been able to get out to see him yet. Really hate myself for doing that. But anyway, I'm gonna do up a base all hip shot and all New York, except for the neck, which is going to be a Warmoth, but it's going to be all hip shot parts because I love these parts. Anyway, back to the project at hand. So I drilled this one to 1/4 inch. I'm sure Hip Shot makes them with 1/4 inch holes. If not, I'll show you how easy it is to drill one of these suckers. But look, it fits, okay? Fits right on perfectly. And what you want to do is you take the wrench. This is the same size wrench that works for the bridge here, okay? And I drilled this. What I did is I didn't drill it all the way through. I drilled it so it would just sit. I drilled it and fit it and fit it and fit it. But you take that, and it's the same size wrench for the bridge. So this wrench that I got from Josh up at Hip Shot is going to actually get taped inside the headstock cover of this base, and it's never going to be taken out. Or I'm going to tape it somewhere for now until I make a truss rod cover, rather. And you just kind of hunker down on that. Like I said, you don't got to gorilla it, but there you go. And look at that. The action on this is so smooth. Okay, I'm going to zoom into that. And you can see how cool that looks as opposed to the other four. But I drilled that out, okay? These ones, you know, not as smooth. This thing is smooth as silk. And I just love it because the O-rings, they really are made of rubber. Okay, you can see. The O-rings are made of rubber. And I got to tell you, they provide such a good grip. You know what? I'll actually show you what I did. Okay? And kids, don't ever do this at home. All right? Don't do this at home. Uncle Robbie is a trained machinist and a professional psychotic. But I didn't put this into a vise to drill it. I actually held it in my hand, and this gives you such a good grip. Okay? Okay? Look at this. I'm able to hold this thing in my hand while I drill it. I didn't use a vise. And I mean, it's taken a while. And if you leave the set screw out a little bit, it gives you a little bit of a ding. Probably should have used a glove. But the grip on this is so good that you can actually hold it in your hand while you drill it. It's just amazing. It's just amazing. Got to back it in going. Maybe I should use some type of machinist lubrication, but anyway, I mean, that's how good of a grip you get on these knobs. So these knobs will stay in your hands. You'll be able to work them whether you're in trench mud, whether you're in trench mud or blood, whether you're on stage. I mean, just so smooth. When you touch it, the O-rings just like adhere to your fingers. It's almost like had Spider-Man fingers on this thing. So anyway, I'm going to finish drilling out the rest of the knobs so they fit this. I'm sure I could have just waited and gone up and seen Josh and gotten the proper sized holes. But I told him I use EMG pickups, which was my bad. Okay, so he probably assumed that that's the knobs that I wanted. But anyway, so I'm just going to drill these out because I'm a very impatient little bastard, as you know. I like to get shit done. So I'm going to pause the camera right now, and I'm going to show you this sucker. We're going to do the big reveal. We're going to pull off the plastic off that pick guard. And this sucker, for all intents and purposes, except for the truss rod cover, will be done. So just hang out for a minute, okay, guys? Hey, guys, it's me, and I'm just sitting here. I got all four of the hip shot knobs onto this base. So if you can see that, aren't they beautiful? I love the way the O-rings are kind of gray, and the knobs are black. I mean, it gives you such a cool contrast. It's really, really neat. And I did the peel. I peeled the cellophane off the rest of the pick guard. There's a couple of pieces left there. They'll fall off eventually. I shot it before, but unfortunately, the camera didn't get it right, so I'm reshooting this right now. This bridge is adjusted pretty much perfectly. What I am going to do is get a bridge gauge from Stu Mac, and basically it goes under the string saddles, and you pull it up and you just raise and lower the strings so you get the right neck angle. String curvature. I adjusted this. The neck is setting in right nicely. The action's a little bit higher than it was a few minutes ago when I shot this video, but the smoothness on these knobs is great. I mean, like I said, it's like a Spider-Man grip. They just grab right into your fingers. I mean, it's effortless. And they're so smooth They're just fantastic. So, anyway, guys, this is the Rickenbacker bass. That's me trying to play Chris Squire. That's me trying to play Geddy Lee, which I can't do. That's me playing Megadeth, which I can do. All I have to say is this bass now is absolutely frigging perfect. Okay? This is the way Rickenbacker should make 4003 basses. I wish they would make me up, me and Hipshot basically up, and Seymour Duncan. I wish they would make me up 100 necks and bodies completely finished, and we just finish them out with really good parts and really great pickups. Because you know what? This bass is now the best bass guitar I've ever owned. Really, I'm not lying about that. I truly mean it. And anyway, guys, thanks everybody for staying with me for this whole build. I mean, this thing's beautiful at this point. Sounds great. I can't wait to bring it to rehearsal. That's all she wrote. Love you guys. Really keep on rocking in the free world. Good night.